have to say this is the best looking crew I have ever looked out upon since my wedding. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 16th Annual Lovett C. Peters Lecture in Public Policy. I'm Stephen Fantone, Chairman of the Pioneer Institute Board of Directors. I'm really pleased to see so many longtime friends and so many new friends. And I'd like to first recognize Dan and Binky, Pete Peters' children, for being with us tonight. Would you please raise your hands just so... It's good to be here with my fellow directors tonight, and I'd appreciate it if you would please stand for a moment. So, all directors, please stand. You each deserve recognition and gratitude for all you are doing to strengthen this organization, to lead it, and to bring a seriousness to public discourse in civic involvement in our state and around the country. We're deeply grateful for your friendship and commitment for the 4 strategic areas in which we work: access to a world-class education for all, affordable, high-quality health care, a limited but effective government, and finally, economic opportunity and prosperity. I'd also like to thank our hardworking dinner committee for making tonight a success. This week, I am very happy to report we enter a new phase. The staff has moved to a permanent home of the Pioneer Institute, denoting the permanence of the commitment to Pete and Ruth's entrepreneurial vision of what could be. Many of you were instrumental in making that happen. And on behalf of the board, the staff, the greater Pioneer community, and all of those who have and will share from the benefit of our work, I thank you. Your commitment and support were instrumental in reaching this milestone. And to all of you in attendance tonight, you know that we thank you in various ways throughout the year. But every November, we say thank you by asking you to put on your best shoes, and sometimes bow ties, and come out, and as the mission of the Peters Lecture puts it, to encourage individuals of vision, to honor individuals whose ideas or accomplishments have left a mark on the world. Dr. Neil Ferguson is certainly just such an individual of conviction and merit, and he is certainly leaving his mark on public discourse and understanding in America and abroad. As has been our practice in recent years, instead of politicians who've done great things, we've sought out entrepreneurs and innovators, researchers, policy leaders, and leaders in the arts to recognize through the Peters Lectureship. This is in great part because, as much as Pete Peters recognized the importance of politics in a republic such as ours, he was much more interested in ideas and the individuals who could take ideas and do something with them. Pete's deep and abiding belief in the foundations of this country were so strong, he did not get caught up in the politics we've grown accustomed to, those of berating and tearing each other down. His disposition was always upbeat because he knew how strong the pillars of this country are. And he understood that the younger generation, those too damn smart ones, the talent out there that had a will to discover, to create, and to found new solutions. All of this is why Pioneer dedicates so much of its attention and energy to education policy. And it is also why so much of our work is to promote the freedom to innovate. Dr. Ferguson has consistently been unafraid to take on the big question around what makes freedom and prosperity possible, the core institutional and intellectual foundations of the West, and the core issues that undergird Pioneer's work as a leader in civil discourse on public policy. We appreciate your being with us here tonight. This is our 16th lecture, and we again this year have an important year of accomplishments. We have progress on key issues, whether the continued expansion of high-performing charter schools. Boston's charter schools are the highest performing charters in the country. We've made strong progress in establishing a high school graduation requirement for instruction in U.S. history. We were successful in the battle to turn back a $2 billion tax increase. We're making deep reforms to our transportation system. We've made success in pushing back in a number of states against lower quality national educational standards, and we're providing greater transparency to our pension performance and much more. We continue to grow our presence in the media and public debate, reaching out what's across the state, region, and country. And I am deeply appreciative of all you do to help growing our community of supporters, and particularly thank our members. Prior to commencing our dinner, it is my pleasure to invite Reverend Kathy Hagstrom George to the podium to give tonight's invocation. Reverend Hagstrom George currently serves at the Church of the Redeemer in Chestnut Hill. She previously served as priest in charge of the refounding of St. Mary's Episcopal Church in Dorchester, and for 12 years as rector of St. Anne's in the Fields Episcopal Church in Lincoln. Her leadership is distinguished by her commitment to strengthening the laity for service in the world and in the parish. Thank you for being with us tonight, Kathy.